Yeah, I think that there's a few different parts of this that are relevant. There's sort of a philosophical part and there's a cultural part. And one of the most basic lessons is right at the beginning of Genesis, right? It's like God creates the earth and creates people in God's image. And there's the question of, what does that mean? And the only context that you have about God at that point in the Old Testament is that God has created things. So I always thought that one of the interesting lessons from that is that there's a virtue in creating things. That is, like, whether it's artistic or whether you're building things that are functionally useful for other people, I think that by itself is a good. And that kind of drives a lot of how I think about morality and my personal philosophy around like what is a good life. Right, I think it's one where you're helping the people around you and you're being a kind of positive, creative force in the world that is helping to bring new things into the world, whether they're amazing other people, kids, or just leading to the creation of different things that wouldn't have been possible otherwise. And so that's a value for me that matters deeply. And I just love spending time with the kids and seeing that they sort of trying to impart this value to them. And it's like, nothing makes me happier than like when I come home from work and I see like my daughter's like building Legos on the table or something. It's like, all right, I did that when I was a kid, right? So many other people are doing this, and like I hope you don't lose that spirit where when you kind of grow up and you want to just continue building different things no matter what it is. To me, that's a lot of what matters. That's the philosophical piece. I think the cultural piece is just about community and values, and that part of things I think has just become a lot more important to me since I've had kids. It's almost autopilot when you're a kid. You're in the kind of getting imparted to phase of your life, and I didn't really think about religion that much for a while. I was in college before I had kids, and then I think having kids has this way of really making you think about what traditions you want to impart and how you want to celebrate, and like what balance you want in your life. How do you kind of balance that? And I always also just think that it's very grounding to just believe that there's something that is much bigger than you that is guiding things.